she came home excitedly. She said, Daddy, I've started learning Korean language. Wow.
That's interesting.
Wow. I didn't discourage her.
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
yeah.
good.
Awesome.
Keep learning. Because one thing about children is that they can learn as many languages as possible.
Yes, that's
But
good.
however, hello, and welcome to this inspiring series that brings together parents from around the world to share insights, ask questions, and explore how language, culture, and technology can work together to shape the future of our children. Each episode features two amazing parents joining me, Cabell, for an open and uplifting conversation about the role of heritage language learning and values in today's digital generation, especially as we develop our educational project, the Heritage Game. Together, we will discover how preserving our roots and embracing innovation can help raise confident, connected, and culturally grounded children for the future. Joining me today are two amazing parents. We are so excited to have them to share their journeys, their hopes, and their perspectives on raising children who stay connected to their roots while thriving in today's fast-changing world. The time has finally come. Let's dive right in and get to know our guest. Welcome to Regular Digital.
Thank you for having us.
We would like to know who you are, your name, location, family, background, and your connection to Yoruba heritage. Daniel, I would like to start with you.
I'm Daniel, ma'am, as you have earlier introduced. My journey is quite unique because I came from a very diverse family. My parents from Ghana, but my partner side, the mothers of my dad, she's in Nigeria. So when growing up, we spent a couple of time with her precisely from Ijebu. So during the holiday, we usually went there to visit her, and then as you spend time, you get tuned to that side. Like, okay, we just love something there as a kid. We always want to be with grandma. And that really gave us gave me particularly a lot of opportunity to connect with the culture there, to understand the language and the culture and the people. And it's quite unique coming from this side and then get introduced to the other side. And it's really fascinating.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is really, really, really fascinating. So what you are saying in summary is that you are from your grandma's side is where your Yoruba heritage comes from.
Yes. My dad's mom.
All right.
She's from Ijebu.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
One of the major reasons why we invited you is because you are married to a Nigerian.
Yes.
So it's and this show is like that. We want to invite, especially because Yoruba language is the first game that we are building. Currently now is very close to the finishing side. And of course, we want to touch other African languages too, and we are doing that already. Swahili, by the way, is the next language. So that is one of the major reasons why we invited you, because we just want to know, you are married to a Nigerian. How does that also influence your interest in Yoruba culture?
That's quite interesting. I became more interested in Yoruba culture during the time I was doing a couple of projects. I used to be in the media industry, where we do a couple of documentary, and then we stumbled into one of my colleagues. Then just introduced me to a concept of saying called Cradle of Ifa, and then as we start to, I say okay. As we start to digging in, I'm like, oh, this is quite interesting. I started to then begin to find out that the Yoruba is not even just the language. It's a quite unique culture, and Yoruba nation is even bigger than Nigeria. They are across the hemispheres. They're all over.
Daniel, I will quickly stop you right there because we are still going to dive deeper into this aspect of the question. So now I'll move to Omolara. Welcome to the studio one more time.
Thank you for having me.
All right. So can you quickly tell us who you are and tell us your connection to Yoruba language?
Thank you again for having me here. It's a pleasure. My name is Omolara Otetiro. So I'm typically Yoruba. I'm from Osun State, Nigeria. Iwo-Olodo-Oba to be precise. And I live all my life in Ile-Ife before moving to Finland like 10, 11 years ago. So yes, I'm just Yoruba.
We are from the same region because Osun State used to be part of Oyo State.
Yes.
Yes, I am from Oyo State, if I'm not to be precise.
Yeah.
It's good to have another sister. So now, as a custom, let's start with a quick icebreaker. What's one Yoruba word or phrase your kids know or that you wish they did?
Ekaro ma ekaro sa. They say that every time.
All right. So how does that make you feel as a mom?
So good. And now my daughter practices kneeling down also while saying it. So it's kind of felt, I think she always see that expression of my mouth like, oh, really? Like I feel proud, definitely.
Well, okay, for the sake of our audience.
Yeah.
How does kneeling down, how is it unique to Yoruba culture?
It's a sign of respect and honoring your elders. And it is customary in Yoruba land that when a lady wants to greet an elderly person, you kneel down. And for the boys, they prostrate. So it feels good seeing that being replicated in my home in Finland. Yeah.
All right. Daniel, let's go to you.
The kids, particularly the grown-up one, they do anytime you return from school, you say "Akuleo." That's what he has learned from the mom. Has really introduced him to this, and this because the other ones are still little. One is barely talking, so he can't speak so much. The one that followed then, it's a little bit. It's not yet. They are not yet in speaking so much. She's very curious. She wants to know. She asks a lot of questions about this, about that, but the big brothers in the house always, anytime he returned from school, he always say Ekuleo. Ekule is the one thing he has learned, and yeah.
The next segment is going to be about the art of heritage, which is all about why language and identity matter in parenting. So, a question to you, Dan. Let's take it from you. What does speaking Yoruba language mean to you as a parent? So, in a way, it's well connected to your children. The reason why I want to start with you is because you have quite younger ones.
Yeah.
I have two. So one thing I know is that the earlier the better. So as a parent, what does speaking Yoruba language means to you?
Okay, speaking Yoruba language in context of it's quite important to let them know where the parent came from. We need to do it in such a way that they are aware and get a little bit, have a sense of belonging there. Because we don't want to leave them with a lot of questions. And even as we grow up these days, we realize the kids begin to search themselves, which leave a lot of vacuum for them if we as a parent don't help them to balance it. Even they were born outside, but there's something that always speak to them that they want to know more about that their parent heritage culture. And with that, we need to create a space, balance it by also introduce them into that part of our life. So we should not close them out completely. We should find a balance in getting them to know. Then with the future, they will develop interest to see how much they want to know. Hopefully we live long to be able to explain to them and to take them around this particular. And I think taking them around will be more easier for them to learn than teaching them.
Yeah.
So,
Omalara?
I think with parenting, Yoruba language is just a way of introducing your children to your culture, to their identity. So they know, just like Daniel said, so it's a way of making them understand their roots, especially for those born outside Nigeria, outside the shore of Yoruba land nation. So it is a very important part. It's kind of unique. It's the same way you see a Finn speaking Finnish to their own children. So I can also have a communication, and then it's a way of just connecting them to their roots, basically, for me.
I will ask, just to follow up, have you found it easy or challenging to pass the language on to them?
I won't use the phrase easy or challenging. I would say it has been interesting because I think for children, their ability to learn language, just like you said, it's better to introduce them to the language early enough. And because of the ability to learn language, like multiple languages while growing up, and their curiosity. So you see some words you say and they just pick it up. Like my son is just 4. He uses some words and I'm like, the last time I was saying this, I never knew you were paying attention, So and one thing that also helped with this language thing, because we're in Finland, life is busy, everywhere life is busy, and everything is, get them connected to the source where they can get. Anytime my parent call or their grandparent call, there's no English language. So the communication is purely in Yoruba.
Mostly in Nigeria. A lot of people, especially when it comes to people in the diaspora, people in Nigeria like to communicate in English language with our children. So I always tell my nephews, our siblings, don't speak English to them, speak Yoruba language.
My father-in-law do that a lot. So when the kid is even saying, Eka Sonsa, then he's like, how are you? I'm like, Daddy, like, don't speak English to them. So we try to make that, because that works perfectly for us, because it's easier also for us living here to switch. Like Yoruba coding is available everywhere. Now, even when you're speaking to Yoruba, you still switch to English amidst. Like, it's not flowing. More like, but then anytime our parents call, please speak to them in Yoruba. So it's our own way also of keeping that
if you are watching
in
this,
check.
Please speak Yoruba language back to them. They will not have problem with English language.
Yeah.
They will not.
Never.
So the only problem that we have, they are likely to have, is with their mother tongue. Help us to help them.
Yeah.
So if you are watching this. All right, Daniel, let's go back to you on that note. What's your take on this?
Yeah, as you said, it's quite interesting. It's a journey. The big one, because I have to refer, they are still small. The small ones, I can't really say much about them, because they just speak whatever they like. And it's a little bit. The middle one, the girl, she's curious. She just listening all the time. I think she's still downloading the old conversation. Sometimes when I speak together with the mom, she asks questions sometimes. Okay, what is this? Okay. Then the mom explain. Yeah, okay. But the big one, what I find interesting with him is he likes to watch the program, this Nollywood stuff.
Yeah.
So from there, it's this what is this called? This Mount Zion Ministry.
Okay.
He loves the guide programs. So it's combination of English and Yoruba. So it's easy for him to pick, and I could see that he got a lot of interest in that kind of thing. So he want to learn, he want to understand. In my own is quite unique to because we don't speak so much Yoruba at home.
Yeah.
It's only once in a while me and their mom speak. So even when the grandparent they speak English or true. My dad speak English to them when they call the grand. So we don't really speak so much.
Situation.
So it's but that's why it's for us. I think like, okay, my plan is in the future as they grow up, I get them to go to that side and get them connected to the people, visit once in a while, and then maybe they might pick up something from there. But the grown-up one has really developed himself one way or the other by showing interest in the culture, because he like the lifestyle, the way the people dress there, the way the people look. So he always want to watch some Nollywood stuff that is coming from there. And I could say, okay, that's good. If that's enough, then you will be able to pick one word. So, but
I think that's actually very lovely that they are showing interest in the Nigerian movies.
Yes.
Because that will really help. And then also, I want to talk based on experience. Don't think that your children are too young. I will tell you this, the younger one catch up easily and faster than the older ones.
That's true.
I'm talking based on experience.
I agree with you. I didn't dispute that. I know this. You know, one day my daughter came home, she was speaking Russian. I was shocked. Like, when did you learn to speak Benaya? Because of our friend, she speaks Spanish. So the kid learned, as you said, just to buttress the point you said, that they learn fast, they pick the language there and there, and we try
that's quite interesting, and it's very good to know also how do your kid respond when you try to teach them the Yoruba language?
It's not,
anybody can go.
It's not an official teaching like we sit down and said, okay, I want to teach you Yoruba. We just speak, and then when the parents call, I think my daughter, she's just in grade 1. One thing she does is anything she's not, she'll just say, Mommy, what is grandma saying? But grandma knows she's not meant to interpret, just speak the Yoruba to her. So I just tell her, okay, grandma is saying, I was good today, and then once you interpret that to her, such question will not come up again, because now she knows the interpretation of what grandma asked the last time. So it's not like we sat down and start teaching. And one thing also was the screen time. She discovered some channels like this Soapy TV. In fact, I did not even know. I think that was where she learned the kneel down, because nobody's kneeling around her or see someone doing that. But there's this song they sing, Bayila Shenkirawa. How do you say good morning? I think they learned that basically from that screen time. And from that illustration, they show a girl saying Ekaro and Neil.
So you mean that you didn't introduce that to her?
Not like I sat down and do that.
Oh, wow.
She saw that from the screen. So she knew, like, okay, this is how you greet in Yoruba land, and we are Yoruba. So,
but now, Daniel, don't you think we as parents, because I think one of the major reasons why Yoruba language is one of the languages that is kind of difficult to pass it on to our children, is because we don't make conscious effort as parents. Don't you think that? Because unlike we are in Finland right now, you see the way they treat Finnish language. To the extent that they will tell you that, all right, your child doesn't know how to pronounce certain letters, you have to send them to language therapies. So don't you think that it's that time that we need to start approaching our language? The languages, in your case, you have so many languages, but they are still heritage.
That's a very good good point. As a parent, we need to make an effort to encourage the kid to speak. But as Omolara said, that the kid of nowadays, they pick things faster, and they have their ways of getting it. Yes, as a parent, we got to try, but also we got to understand one thing, that they are different to the way we were brought up. And you don't want to confuse them. They're already in a situation where they have so much challenge to get this language, this Finnish language, where they were born. And they are going through that. You just said now that, so they say, oh, they can't pronounce it, they have to go to. We have to we have to fight through to say, no, I'm not going to let my kid do the Swahili second.
Yeah.
I want her to do the first. I want her to do one. They give you that offer. First, they will send to say, okay, your children should go and do practice. And then when they go to the next after Escari, they go to the one. Because I think my daughter and your daughter are the same level.
Friends, yeah.
So now, when they go, they want to continue with that. I said, no. You know what that effect of that? When they get, because they teach them a different kind of Finnish. And because these kids are going to go to universities here.
Yeah.
When they come to the university level, that is going to have an impact.
It's not acceptable. It's not.
You see, it's going to have an impact on them. If they have to choose a course to study in Suomi, then it becomes a challenge. So already they are under enormous pressure because we parents are not speaking fluent Finnish or these. They have that psychology. So we are trying to a little bit flexible. Particularly me, high personality. I like, okay, I didn't even thought about that, to be honest. But I thought, okay, I want them to concentrate more on the Finnish side, so to be able to really get it right. And then I know they're going to pick that my own language, because I don't even know which going to pick. They're going to have to speak everywhere at a point in time. They're going to speak. So it's just too much. I just, okay, at a point in time. But we never close the gap for me, the chance of them learning the language, because as I said, we got to find balance for them. So I think for me, I didn't put anything like, okay, today is Yoruba time to teach Yoruba time. Spontaneously, they learn it one by one way or the other. Hopefully, we change that. This might help. This kind of initiative might begin to help us as a parent to say, okay, truly, are we putting much effort to also encourage these children from this side of it? So even in as much we want them to do well here, where they are born, and then they grow up. So also, we don't want them to be to be total stranger when we take them home
to their homeland. Yeah.
So it's also because one day even if you don't take them, they will find a way to go by themselves.
Yeah.
They want to know.
So actually, I would say this is one of the major things that inspire Heritage Game. We want to create, because Heritage Game is being, all the content, the production is being done by experts, in the language experts, the IT experts. Everything that the game requires is being done by experts. So the reason is to help the parents in a way that if you take a look at it, when we started this conversation, we discovered that we are all busy. Sometimes we don't even have time to guide them through even the Finnish language.
Yes.
Not to talk of our own mother tongue.
Yes.
So that's the reason why the Heritage Game is very important, and why we are very passionate about it. Omolara, let me ask you, do you think that raising children that we are raising abroad can truly stay connected to their heritage through language?
Definitely. I think everything, when we define culture, like I'm going to go to the normal social studies definition, like culture is the way of life. And then we say, what are the things that identify when you want to connect with your culture? We say language, dressing, and everything. So it is one major priority, because you can't actually connect with your roots if you can't communicate with your roots. And what's the means of communication? The primary means of communication is the language. So if you can't, it's not like you're speaking the deep core Yoruba, because even me, I might not be able to speak those anymore. Not even those anymore, like I can't speak them like that, but then that doesn't mean you still can't communicate and make people understand the message you're trying to pass. So language is very important, and children born abroad and raised here can still be connected to their roots.
All right. So before now we are going to move to the next question. But before we do that, I just want to crack a little joke. I think maybe in the next episode, what we're going to do is that we're going to tell parents to speak Yoruba language or their mother tongue for 30 seconds without adding English to it. Because the reason why it is very important, that particular game is very important, is that even people in Nigeria, they can't speak Yoruba without
coding,
adding any English language into it. So now the next question now is that we want to talk about learning through play. So we just want to at this particular time, we want to take a look into your mindset, what you think. So the contribution is going to help us as we continue to develop the heritage game. Learning through play. This is the segment where we talk about exploring gamified learning, technology, and fun language exposure. Daniel, what do you think about using games to teach Yoruba language?
I think it's the fastest way for the young people to learn this day, and it's quite good if that kind of initiative and the program is being developed to put in the hand of children, because these days all the children play games one way or the other on their tab, on their laptop. It's a very good approach, and if we can give them a program like that, instead of them just spending time with a different game that will not really enhance their development, I think it's a very good approach. Yeah.
Thank you. Omolara?
Yeah, I was going to reference what Daniel was saying earlier about learning through play method in Finland, and that is one thing that have stayed with me. You know, like when you live somewhere, there's some culture you imbibe, you take on. I see it as a good way of learning, and even for adults, not children alone, because some of us are visuals. We're with visual people, so you learn by seeing, by getting your hands dirty on something. So it's a very good way, and I think it's a form of development for the parents even also in this day that the different languages going away, going into extinction, so to say. Yeah.
Just a quick sneak peek. How does your children engage technology and learning apps?
It's very well controlled. So it's like because like I said, they are still small. So I have a 7-year and 4-year-old. So yes, they have tablets which they don't have access to until daddy gives or something. So like but they have access to gadget and technology, but then it's well controlled for particular thing.
So let me pass this question to you. Like, how do you think we can expose our children to this gamified solution learning apps?
As you said, we have to expose them. We have to give them something. If we don't give them something, they're going to find something. That is the most important thing. So it's really, really, even this time around, is really, really scary with because we are living in the world of abundance of information. And if we don't control the information we give to our children, they're going to find something. So the best is to make sure that we help them. And with this kind of initiative is quite good, because we can say, okay, now when you finish with this, go to this one. Then, but if we don't have all these kind of resources, and then they get bored. It's not like the society where we came from. I can go to my auntie's house. I can go to the next
one outside the compound. You
don't even know your neighbor's name. You stay 1 year, 2 years. You don't even know. Their kid cannot even play with your children. Not because they don't want them, but that is the life we live. We live in isolation. One of my friends from Kenya said, we always go for hibernation. 6 months in Finland. It's coming now. Winter is coming. You're going to be inside 6 months. And what do you expect these children to do? Even they go to school, because their life just revolves school, back. Even you give them others tools, all this. But the ultimate is to give them something that can really impact their life, that can really help them. And this initiative is quite good. It's quite very good.
So what do you think will make a game language exciting or valuable to you, Omolara?
To me, if it's done in a way that is relatable, especially something that deals with, now we have games for coding for children. So it's like being brought down to their level, not like you want to speak the coding language, and it's something relatable that even an amateur, me that don't know how to code, I've never been to any coding school, I can actually still relate and get inquisitive, like, okay, I'm interested, let me see what this is all about. So for a game to be interesting, it has to be really, 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 especially for something about language and culture, then we bring it home, really. Like maybe to as little as day-to-day activity. Like I said, this greeting thing, they just see it as, they were showing like image children, how they came back from school with school bags, and this is just their own way also. Like we go to school and then I know, we sleep, they show how they woke up, and the first thing they did was something that comes to the grassroots. That is very relatable. So, because for me also, I read, and then I also learn a lot also from visuals. So it's a big deal for me.
That is actually a very fantastic point you made there. Because when we were doing the research, actually this gamified solution didn't come as the first niche. I started doing research into how technology and children can connect, come together 10 years ago. So during, that was when I was about to graduate from my second degree. So, and during that time, I discovered that there are a lot of gamified solutions also that teaches Yoruba language, but majority of them, it's only adults that can truly use them, because they are not in the level of kids.
Yeah.
So that's why. And this thing is really, really, it baffles me a lot, because my daughter that was actually what inspired this niche. She came home excitedly. She said, "Daddy, I've started learning Korean language." Wow.
That's interesting.
Wow. I didn't discourage her.
Yeah.
I was like, this is good.
Awesome.
Keep learning. Because one thing about children is that they can learn as many languages as
exactly.
possible.
Yes, that's
But
good.
however, inside my mind, I was like, why is it that these children are not interested in learning Yoruba language
Because
as they should?
It's not interesting.
Because
the available
majority
options,
of the apps, the available options are not really quite interesting. Daniel, can you quickly say something about this?
Yeah. The question is, how do we make the app fun to be interested, for the kids to be more interested in using it? As she said, we have to make it to bring down to their level. I think in developing this program, as you said, a lot of research has been put in. I think the more work should be put in the areas of the age, the target audience. So once you lock down, then it's now easy to say, okay, I want to speak to my children. There's a language that my children understand. I remember one day I was with my grandmother that I say initially in this thing. And she said to me, I was just a little bit I like to play, as I said, we go around to play. I go. She sent me around, I play some game, some football. And then he said, okay, instead of beating me, she said, okay, go to that place and he said, go and take Arodon. Oh my God. From one house to one house to another house to another house. I was just, I said, they don't want to give me anything. But they simply mean that she want to discipline me for just she sent me message, and I went to play soccer. And then, because we used to sneak to go and play. Then we come and say, okay. Then she sent me to this uncle, to another uncle, say, oh, they just collected it now, go to that house.
Yeah.
I was, before I've done 3 kilometers. I was tired, I was started crying.
I think, like my mom always says,
you can see.
Meaning you are, go and sit somewhere, you are disturbed.
This is one of the things that make me really love Yoruba. Yoruba are very philosophical. They are very good in terms of their philosopher people. They have a good ideology in the sense that they will be they talk in parable, most of their things. They talk logically. And if you can listen, you learn a lot of things about that. And that is really one of the things that really attract me to say, oh man, I love it, because the way they will talk to you, the way they will discipline you, it's not all about it's the language and the passing knowledge to you. So I think from that context, the app should be developed in such a way that the kid can relate with it. And once they can relate with it and make it fun for them, because once if they get sucked into it, then they will learn it fast. It's something like they have a character, as you said, visual. They have to see something like, okay, maybe they're going to win some point, have some credits that they can use to buy a certain character to assess. And then these make them to say, I remember my daughter do this Khan Academy app. So she always want to go back to that Khan Academy. I said, why? I said, I have some money. I need to buy it more. Yeah. And so because they give her she gets some reward. So every stage she gets reward. This reward make her to want to go back to go and do more. Yes. So these are the things, if it incorporated into this app, at least it will help them a lot to be able to always want to be, it shouldn't be too much heavy.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Sorry, I will just start quickly. As I was talking about those games, one thing that came to mind, like playing Mario growing up, the sound. Even the sound, I still know the sound till now. Like it comes natural. Anywhere you see those sounds. And it's just like the Candy Crush we play now. Like, there are rewards, and I see my daughter. You don't need to teach them before they start playing even. They make attempt and then they say, oh, mommy, I'm in the next level, next stage. So, and the sound that comes with those games also.
You spoke about Mario. Actually, when we were playing Mario when we were growing up, we actually also made like a kind of our own way of the sound of Mario.
Exactly.
Like,
exactly. We will translate like I have to overcome this stage.
Exactly. That I must overcome this stage. I must move to the next stage. So we at that time we joke around it like. No, that's a very fantastic point.
Before we move forward, I would like to chip one thing more also. Please, when developing this game, make it so easy and less stressful for the kid to go to the next. Always make it simple. Because I always encourage my children, the little one, the girl, the one that is of age, just to engage in some of the mother doesn't want to see games. She doesn't want to see anything. No, I'm the guilty guy here. I like buying gadgets. Maybe because I didn't have enough when I was small. So
or maybe because of man.
You see, because because I feel like she should have it, and always. So I always get some gaming every game, and then But what I observe, I bought this Nintendo. They are very expensive. Some of the card, €50, €100 you buy. I said that as she get to another level, she becomes stressed about it.
Yeah.
She's so stressed out. Then I said, okay, this is not good.
It's not good for
her.
It's not working for her. It's not good. So the kids should not be engaging in the activity that stress them out. So make it easy. Let them go. Let them always have a easy pass.
Actually, that's why we call it innovation.
Yes.
We have to innovate. We have to do it in such a way that it is users friendly.
Yeah, users friendly.
And when we are talking about users, we are talking about these children.
Yeah.
I want to assure you guys that our team is listening.
Yes.
They are watching this. So let's, on that note, move to the final segment, which is the legacy and the future. This is where we talk about vision, hope, and collective impact. So how do you define legacy for your children? Who wants to start? Omolara, do you want to start?
Yeah, that's fine. Legacy is when my child knows who she is. She recognizes her identity and her belonging and the values that has been built in her. So those three things, like the value, the identity, and then the belonging. So anywhere she is, she's able to stand up for herself and represent herself, represent wherever she is. And she, we say it to the young adults these days, like the major problem where people are trying to navigate things is, who am I?
Yes.
So once that is solved, that's legacy is passed.
Yeah. I totally agree with what you said. Legacy is about you finding your place in your community, in your finding your identity. The legacy that I also wish for my children is to make sure that they are able to stand up for themselves. Wherever they are, they should stand out. They should get out of their shadow and be courageous and not afraid to take a step. And everywhere they find themselves, every community where they find themselves, they should be able to have a mind of learning. Because you see, as the theme of the conversation is about the legacy, language, and legacy of the future. Because in life, we never know where they're going to end up.
Yeah.
The life is a journey. But everywhere they find themselves, Yoruba, as I said, Yoruba is so unique. They are great philosopher. They said, Omo olela Yoruba.
Yeah.
So that is why many people don't.
Can you please interpret that for our audience?
Okay.
Those that are that are not Yoruba speakers.
It's when say Omo olela Yoruba. Maybe I didn't say it properly, but I just but the context is this. It's not like you got to go and fight somewhere. They're simply saying anywhere you are, you can stand your ground, and dominate. Irrespectively, and make your point. Don't cower away, and always make your point. Don't. That is what the Yoruba context to say. Go out there, be respectful, but make your point known to people that no, you cannot walk on my head.
On that note, if your child grows up speaking Yoruba confidently, what would that mean to you personally?
For me, as I said, that I have a very unique situation. So, what I just want the children to do is to be everywhere they find themselves. They should be able to be part of that community. Either going back to Africa, either living in Finland, wherever they grow up, they should be able to stand. They should be able to be part of that, to integrate. They should not be a stranger in the community where they're supposed to belong. So going on, if they are speaking, that is going to be very perfect, very good, because it helped them a lot. As language is something that when you go out, if you can speak the language, you are automatically part of that community.
Exactly.
You see, I met her, I was greeting her, I said they used to call me Mudala in Zambia. So because I can speak a little bit of something there.
It feels like home.
And when you go to the Zulu people, once you say Guyane, then they, Bafwetu.
True.
You see, you are one of us, come. Then Bafwetu mean you are brother, come on.
By the way, audience, Daniel is talking about one of our team.
Yes,
she's the
from Zambia
mixing, and she's from Zambia.
Yeah. So this is how it always connects you to the community. So my desire is to make sure that to see them flourish anywhere they find themselves. Yeah.
Omolara.
Of course, I will comically say Moshorire. Yeah, because of course I'm from Yoruba background, both parents, my husband too, both parents were Yoruba. So it would be like a thing of pride because yes, they are representing. So yeah.
Thank you so much. Now that we are getting to the end of the show, what would you like to say to the parents as touching the preservation of their mother tongue? I wanted to say Yoruba language, but let's make
generalize
it. Let's make it general.
Yeah. Okay, you go first.
Yeah, like we've been saying, language is part of your identity. It is part of your roots. And one thing I just want everyone to know, that you are born in Finland, even though you're a Finnish citizen, wherever you are, American citizen, whatever, doesn't automatically translate you like you are Finnish. You still have a root, especially for like immigrants from the diaspora. You still have a root. So please, one thing it's a disadvantage that you want to take away the kids' roots from them. honestly, like I was saying, it is not easy. Like I said, I've never sat down to say, Mo and Oba, I'm teaching you, today is Yoruba lesson. My husband do that a lot. I see them having ABD lesson. They were doing the month of the year.
You are blessed. You are
So he
blessed.
do that. I see them singing. But so maybe that time I'm with my laptop, I'm doing one inventory or something.
Is it not supposed to be mother tongue?
Okay, motherland also.
All right.
So I see that happen, but then, like I said, life get busy, but just make use of any support system you might have. In my case, they are my grandparents, like the parents, my own parent and my husband's parents. Those are my go-to. Like, please, anytime you call us. So if you have those opportunities around, and I belong to a Yoruba community that when we are together, we speak Yoruba to my children. So, and this is not about Yoruba, like we said, but anywhere you find your children, anywhere you are, any language, whatever language you speak, just make sure your children are connected to your roots. It's like Daniel was saying, anywhere you get to, if you're able to speak that language, you are automatically, it's an African thing.
Yes.
You're automatically part of the community. Even if it's my Zambian, I said I have Zambian families, so we're always saying this one D. And then someone just stares back and like, okay, I have a vast Zambian family.
So you have a lot of family here.
So it's amazing. Like, don't put your children at disadvantage. Just little conversation, daily conversation. They pick and they learn. Even if they're not speaking, they understand. And it starts from understanding. So
and you. Also it's a Nigerian thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are so proud of our heritage. Wow. What an inspiring conversation. Thank you to our amazing guests for sharing their experiences, wisdom, and love for heritage and family. Here at Red Global Digital, we believe that every story, every language, every culture adds something powerful to the future we are building, especially through projects like the Heritage Game. And thank you, our listeners and viewers, for joining us on this journey. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe, share, and stay connected with us online. Until next time, keep celebrating your roots, keep learning, and keep inspiring the next generation. My name is Korede Bello. You can also call me K-Bell. And this has been another inspiring conversation from our studio here in Espoo, Finland. See you in the next episode. Thank you guys for joining us today.
Thank you for having us again.
Till we see you again.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Odabo.
Thank you. Amazing, amazing, amazing.